Let's talk about earnest money. So before I take my buyers out, I sit down and do a buyer's consultation, and I know that I'm sending a fire hose of information to them, and I know that some of it goes in one ear and out the other, and with some of it it's okay, we're going to go over it again later. But with earnest money, it's not one of those things. I've had people not quite get it, and it's been a problem. Earnest money is not a closing cost. It is an upfront cost that you need to have available liquid in your account at the beginning of the transaction. Now, it does go towards your closing cost, but it's like a deposit. So let's say, for example, you are out shopping and it's not a super competitive market and you find a $300,000 house that you really love. Let's say you put 1% down earnest money, which is pretty typical. So that's $3,000. That is money that you're going to need to deposit typically within 2 business days after mutual acceptance, after your contract has been accepted. And then it's going to go sit in escrow and they're going to hold on to it. If the entire transaction goes well, it gets to closing, it's going to be applied towards your closing costs. You close, you get your key, you're a homeowner, terrific. Now let's say in a different scenario that everything didn't necessarily go well. Let's say that you had 5 days to do a home inspection. And within those 5 days, you do your inspection, you get the report back, you're not happy with it, you want to take your earnest money back and move on and go search for another house. You get to do that. So again, if as long as it's within that time frame, you take your money back, you leave, you start over. Now, let's say in a different scenario, that time frame has passed, you don't have anything else protecting your earnest money in that contract, you just change your mind. You don't want to buy this house anymore, you don't want to buy any house anymore, whatever the situation is. The seller keeps the earnest money in that case as like a consolation prize for taking their house off the market and maybe passing up some other offers. And so in that case, you lose your earnest money. So don't do that. Make sure that you're working with a great realtor that is protecting your earnest money, that is explaining everything to you so that you completely understand this is your money. This is a huge decision. Make sure you're well educated on the process and where your money is going and what's happening. So again, earnest money is going to be typically about 1% of the purchase price. It's going to be held in escrow. It needs to be liquid and available at the beginning. It gets applied towards your closing costs at the end. And if you change your mind, you don't get it back. If something goes wrong and it's in your favor, you get to take it and go home. If you have any questions about this, please let me know in the comments. Have a wonderful day.